Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Okay, so this is Memorial Day weekend. Every time before any holiday, especially Memorial Day weekend, when you have a long weekend, you get these rallies. They're called short covering rallies because the big institutions who sell short, and God knows we've gone down 8 straight weeks, they've been making a lot of money. They do not want to go into a long weekend with their shorts on. Believe me, they want to square their positions. And many of them leave early, Monday, Tuesday, and they take a whole week off. So don't ever believe when you get these rallies that the bottom is in. Now, they told us the bottom's been in. If you look on my chart right here, they said the bottom was in on January 24th at 432. I told them they were wrong, and they were. They said, oh, the bottom's in and inflation's okay now on February 24th. Who am I talking about? The fake business news network. Bunch of crooks. 410, the new bottom, February 24th. They rallied all the way up, and it failed again. I told them that was going to happen. Then they came in with 400 on SPY, or if you look at SPX 4000. That definitely was it, they said. And boy, inflation has settled down now. I told them no, it's going to drop to 3,800, and it did. So now they're trying to rally it this week, and here we are now at 407. And this is short covering rally. Now let me tell you why this rally is not going to continue. Well, simply, the inflation is going to get worse. Commodities, especially wheat, coal, oil, going to get much worse. We also know that the balance sheets are getting worse. Our debt is getting worse. And I can go on and on. The real problem is this. On a technical basis, and they don't want you to know this, they're not going to tell you this, I will. Every time the market rallies back up, it fails because we don't have enough of the institutions buying the stocks we need for them to buy. So in other words, to have a nice rally like this, or a nice rally like this, or like this, you want to make sure the institutions, if you look at the S&P, the 70% of the stocks in the S&P 500, 70% of the 500 stocks are above their moving average. You know what it is now? 24. That's why it's not going to work. Also, let me show you another reason why it's not going to work, that we're going to go much lower. I believe we're going to go all the way back down to 2,800. Here's another reason. If you take a look between 10 and 20, that's when you get these nice rallies, between that 10 and 20. Why? Because when they are raising rates, and they have been raising rates, the volatility is very low, so they can absorb the rates. But when you get the volatility from 20 up to 30, even gets worse at 40, that's bad, because you don't want to be raising rates into volatility, especially above 20, especially above 25. And heaven, when you get to 40, it's over. That's what happened here in 2020 on February. They got to 40, and look what happened. We had the big collapse in the market. Just like back here in 2008, we had the big collapse in the market as soon as they got to 40, okay? So again, we're getting closer to 40 than we are to 10 or 15. So again, when you are raising rates into volatility, that's very negative. There's so many things I could go over, okay, to tell you why this market is going to go lower. Doesn't mean we're not going to get rallies, okay? We always do. We get these short, but they're short covering rallies. One last thing. When they tell you to buy on a pullback, please do that. Please do this. When they tell you to buy on a pullback, look at Tesla. If you take Tesla and everybody jumps in and buys Tesla, right? Short term, buying a pullback, buying a dip, they tell you. No. Look at the trend. Look at the trend. When you got a trend like that, that means the pullback is only going to work 2 or 3 days and it's going to fail again. They tell you to buy Apple. Always make sure you look at your long-term chart. This is my color-coded chart. This is, again, patent. It shows flow of money. It's all red, means money coming out. So they tell you, now these are okay for swing trades for 1 or 2 days. But look at this. Again, when they tell you to buy Apple on the dip, look over here. Trend going down is telling you it's only going to last 2 or 3 days. So just make a 2 or 3 day trade out of it. What you want is to look like this. When you have the bottom like this on the Pro 2, even though it's red, you notice the difference. You're starting to get higher lows, okay? So again, when they tell you to buy in a dip, do not Do not think when you buy Tesla, you're buying it as an investment. You're not. It's only a swing trade for 2 or 3 days, and that's it. So there's a lot of things I'd like to talk about with you. Why don't you join my gang free for 10 days, BillsGang.com. Hey, we'll see you on the charts. Don't believe anything the fake Business News Network tell you. Remember, their loyalty is not to you, but to their advertisers.